Hello, welcome back. My name is Lacey and I live in Japan with my wife and our 22-month-old son. We are getting ready to send our household goods to Florida, so it'll hopefully be waiting for us when we arrive there in June. So that brings us to today's video where I'll be taking you through about 3 days of spring cleaning. First, I began by throwing our bedding in the washer. I love this Easy Dose 7th generation laundry detergent. While that washed, I wanted to dust our ceiling fan. I prefer to do this when the bedding is all stripped from the bed so the dust doesn't fall onto our duvet. So I usually use a spray and paper towels to clean this off, but I had recently saw another video where this lady was cleaning her house and she vacuumed the ceiling fan. I have never thought of that or even considered it, and I was completely inspired. I literally got off the couch and began this video because I knew it needed to be done. Now it was time to make the bed, but before I actually put the sheets and everything on, I wanted to dust off our headboard because I didn't want the dust to get on our clean bedding. So I was just dusting off our headboard before I decided to begin. I ended up deciding to rotate the mattress while I was putting on the fitted sheet. It probably could have gone smoother, but the job got done. I'm a top sheet kind of person. I know it's a very controversial topic, but I am. I always put the printed side of the fabric down. This is something my grandma always said to do when you make a bed. This is because when you crawl into bed and fold the blankets and sheets down, you get to see the pretty side of the sheet instead of the back. So that's eternally stuck with me. Then we have this thicker Target throw blanket that we put between the sheet and the duvet. I don't know if other people do this, but this blanket is so much warmer and cozier compared to the duvet. Once the blankets are all on, it's time to put on the pillowcases. We have always put this body pillow on the bed first. I honestly don't know why we have it since neither of us even use it, but it has found a permanent home on our bed. I use a bamboo pillow. I think it's the comfiest thing in the world. Rachel uses these ancient feather pillows and refuses to upgrade, so we make do. And we just have the shams that came with the duvet cover and finish it with 4 throw pillows. The throw pillows are just 18 by 18 covers I ordered from Amazon. And to tie it all together, I throw this blanket at the end of the bed. I just found this blanket at Costco. It's a full-sized queen that I just bunch up at the end. And that's how I make my bed. Next, it was time to fold the clothes. For some reason, when I'm folding clothes, I make it a mission to keep them all on this Costco blanket at the end of the bed. For some reason, it just feels way more organized to me and less out of control, because if the entire bed's covered, I get super overwhelmed. But if this little blanket at the end is just where everything goes, it doesn't seem as overwhelming to me. So first I fold all of mine and Rachel's clothes, then I fold the towels, and following that I fold Emmett's clothes if they fit on the bed. Usually I wait for his clothes to pile up for a week or two and then fold all of them at one time and not with our laundry. So this was just a special day where I wanted everything off of the floor and to put it all away at once. So once the clothes were done, I decided to finish dusting our bedroom. I probably should have done this before making the bed and folding the clothes, but I didn't. So now I just needed to clean off the dresser and get everything dusted, which for some reason our dresser becomes a sort of catch-all in our bedroom. So I just needed to put everything back where it went. I had a towel that I had to bring to the kitchen, Emmett's flashcards, a dryer ball, and this little crate on the left is where we keep all of our lotions and things that we use every day because we don't have enough room in our bathroom to store them. So I just keep them on the dresser in a high traffic area. This mirror rarely gets cleaned, so I just wanted to give that a good little dusting because our stuff's getting moved very soon and I don't want everything to be packed and be disgusting. So then I was just dusting off all of our lotion bottles now that I was up there and saw what they looked like. Now for Emmett's room, I found this blinds duster at Daiso and decided to try it out just to see if it worked because I noticed the other day that his blinds were kind of gross and dusty because I've honestly never cleaned these in the almost 4 years that we've lived here. So I decided to give it a little TLC and it was actually dustier than I thought it would be. What I needed to do in Emmett's room was take out this humidifier because he had been sick and this had ran every single night. So I just needed to take it out now that he's all better and dry it out before the movers come. And then all of his shelves were pretty dusty behind his toys and the toy crates. And here I was just changing his sheets. Then the rest of the room also needed dusted. So I was just giving that some love. Meanwhile, I was cleaning, Emmett was following behind and taking out toys, as toddlers do. So the next day I wanted to sweep and mop underneath our couches and see what was under there because all of my coasters had gone missing, some of Emmett's toys were gone, and it was just time to see what was underneath here because I keep going back to our movers. I don't want them to come in and have to haul a bunch of gross dusty things and see the type of people we are. So the mop we have is basically a reusable Swiffer wet jet. I like this part that you can throw into the washer when you're done with it. I just use an all-purpose solution in here instead of their actual brand name cleaner. I like the smell of my own cleaner better, and it seems to not leave a sticky residue on the floor when it dries. When putting the living room back together, I struggled hard with trying to find where I had the couches before, but I needed to move them just a hair because Emmett's tall enough now that he tries to go behind there, and I really don't want him back there near the blanket ladder or the outlets, so I was trying to space this out without having it be odd looking. Okay, so these are the spots he likes to sneak behind. He used to be short, so he couldn't sneak back here, but now his chin is above the end table, so he can slide back there. And then he also likes to go behind the couch to get back here because our plugins are Alexa powered, and there's a button on the side that he likes to press to turn the lamps off with. So that's convenient. But next, I needed to move on to the rest of the living room and sweep and mop over here. I wanted to get under this bookshelf because when the sun shines through in the afternoons, you can see a layer of dust underneath the bookshelf and it drives me crazy. So it was time to get that cleaned up and mopped. Here I was just using a towel to dry up underneath where the rug will go because I didn't want the rug to be sitting on a piece of wet flooring and I wanted it dry and down before Emmett woke up. Now I wanted to spray and wipe down Emmett's slide. This slide, for some reason, I don't know if he just sneaks away with snacks or mealtime or what, but there was crusted food on the sides of this thing and it was just kind of getting nasty. I didn't even know until I was playing with him yesterday that this thing had some stuff happen. It had seen some things. So I just wanted to give that some love. Then while I was over here, I decided to dust the entertainment center and the bookshelves. I feel like I just did this when I cleaned and decorated for Easter, but that is the blessing of dark furniture that you can see the dust so much easier. Now it's time to move on to the dining area. This room just needed to be swept and mopped and wiped down a little. So here's where we're starting with. The table wasn't even dirty. These are manhole covers for Misawa, Japan that I need to paint for a couple going aways. We are actually going to keep one, so I will paint those and show you those in a future video. I wanted to put the chairs up on the table so it would be easier to sweep and mop under it because I didn't want to pull each individual chair out and go about it that way. I did pull Emmett's chair into the kitchen because it has his little booster seat clipped onto it and it wouldn't sit on the table nicely. So I started with sweeping. I used the same mop that I used in the living room in here. When I was walking by the chairs tipped upside down like this, I had realized there was a lot of dust and hair stuck to the little foam pads at the bottom of these. So I was just walking around kind of picking off the extra nasties so I could throw them away. And when I was doing that, I actually noticed that there was crusty food on the chairs from, I'm assuming, Emmett, but you can't put it past any of us. We all spill, we're all human. So I was just wiping down the legs of the chairs. And then I did notice that in Emmett's spot there was some food stuck to the table as well. And once I flipped them over, I felt the tops of them because we pulled the chairs into the kitchen so Emmett can help us cook or help us do dishes since we don't have one of those Montessori kitchen towers here. It just seemed pointless to buy it since all of our stuff was going to be shipped and the chairs seemed to be just fine. He's fallen off a couple times, but I have caught him in those instances and I felt very proud and I needed to give the table a little TLC. And now it was day 3 and it was time to give the bathroom some love. This actually wasn't horrible. It was dirty, don't get me wrong. I just cleaned these two when I had decorated for Easter, which was just a couple weeks ago. However, the shower, on the other hand, was a little bit nastier. This grout in these showers, you can't really tell on camera, but the grout and the shower walls kind of get a weird black mold because it's so humid here in Japan. So I decided I needed to give that a good scrub. So first I wanted to start with the toilets because I hate the smell of bleach. So I just wanted to get these done and out of the way because I can't do it. And while that soaks up in the toilet, I moved on to spraying the actual toilet and cleaning on the outside. I just used this thieves cleaner that I have. I go through spurts where I try to be non-toxic in my house, and for some reason in the bathrooms, it's just the hardest place where I can't seem to get rid of the bleachy cleaners because these toilets, nothing natural has helped them. They get a hard water line. So if you have any tips or tricks for good natural cleaners for the bathroom, I am all ears. Next, it's time to spray down the shower. My favorite shower spray is this Kaboom. I didn't opt for the bleachy one this time since we had got a bleach cleaner to clean the toilets. I didn't want too much bleachy cleaner in the bathroom at once. The smell just drives me crazy. So I just used this dollar store scrubber to scrub the shower floor and these moldy crevices. So I went for those first, and it actually worked like a charm, and that was all gone once I had scrubbed. Now that the shower was done, I just needed to clean up the bathroom a little bit. I saved this for last because now that the shower and the toilet were clean, if Emmett woke up while I was doing this, I can at least clean the counters while he's awake, but he did not end up waking up until I was done cleaning his bathroom, if you are curious. So I always go about cleaning this area by just moving everything away from the mirror and spraying the mirror down first, just because then I don't have to wipe around anything. And then I had to wipe off our water flosser. This thing seems to collect dust just as much as dark furniture does. And once that was done, I just needed to wipe off our soap dispensers, and this little white dispenser I used to keep some face wash in, but now I was trying to clean it out so that we can move it, but I don't know if we'll keep it. I did buy it at the dollar store and it wasn't cleaning out very well, so stay tuned. Next, I was just cleaning off these dollar store toothbrush holders. They feel almost ceramic, but I like to keep our toothbrushes in these versus a different kind of toothbrush container. And then I moved on to this mirror and this area up here. And while I was wiping off the brushes and combs container, I realized that there was so much extra hair on these and it was kind of nasty, so I cleaned that out while I was in there and just dusted off this other area. The last thing to clean up in here was to empty the garbage can. This part of the bathroom is always my least favorite. I don't know what to do with these cords. One's for the water flosser, one is for our Echo Dot that we keep in here. I try to hide them behind this towel rack, but it obviously doesn't work. And once that was all up, I was putting the shampoo and conditioner and body wash back into the shower. Moving over to Emmett's bathroom, it really wasn't too terrible. His bathroom doesn't get very dirty because it is just used for a little toddler. He doesn't really pee in the potty too much, therefore he doesn't miss. We don't get ready for bed in here or anything. We always use our bathroom. I had just also cleaned the countertops the other day because we were having someone come check out to see how much household goods we had and to see what they were going to have to pack. So that was all tidied up already. I did give it one more little clean, and then I also wanted to clean Emmett's shower. There was no mold in this shower, but I still gave it a little scrub. Even though it wasn't dirty, I still decided to wipe it down. It wasn't as dusty as our master bathroom was, so that was really nice to clean. And then I just needed to empty the garbage and this bathroom was done. My last project I wanted to do was to vacuum underneath the couch cushions. This wasn't actually as bad as I thought it would be. All of the crumbs seem to pool in the middle where the cushions have a break. So I just vacuumed it up and tossed our pillows back on. And while I was doing this, Emmett took my empty coffee cup. I wanted to wash the cushions because there are zippers to take it off, but for some reason, when I tried to take the cushion covers off, they seemed to be stuck to the actual cushion with like a foam, so there was no way to actually get them off. So that was kind of disappointing, so I didn't get to wash those this day. Thank you for sticking with me as I spring cleaned most of my home. If you're wondering why I didn't touch the kitchen for this video, that's because the kitchen required so much TLC that it needed to be in its own video. So if you haven't checked that out and you need some kitchen cleaning motivation, that video is right for you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to stick around for upcoming videos, please subscribe. I'd love for you to stick around. But that'll be it for today, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.